G'day guys, Shaun McManus here, head of Derby 50. This is going to be absolutely amazing. Looking forward to this one. Well, last week you might have heard some news floating around the club, obviously, about Freo's latest edition. Now, I'm looking to my right at the moment. I'm talking about the Next Generation Academy. Kobe Farmer, who was on the front page of the paper with his famous dad, Jeff, the Wizard himself. Now, the Next Generation Academy is led by Tendai Mzungu, who joins us now. Tendai, can you tell us about this?
Yeah, Shaun, thanks for having me on your program. I've been waiting patiently for an opportunity. So
just needed to go down. Yeah, Mzungu, done. Beautiful.
Yeah, obviously the academy is in an exciting stage at the moment, and yeah, young Kobe's he's looking to do some programs with us as well with obviously famous father Jeff. So Kobe's come down from Karratha and is schooling in Mandurah. So I'm excited about potentially maybe another farmer come through the club. Who knows?
It'd be amazing. So the NGA Academy is to do with Indigenous and multicultural kids. So where do they come from? How do we get hold of this talent?
Yeah, I mean the AFL, it's an initiative in the AFL to try and grow the game in underrepresented regions. So Kimberley's our Indigenous zone as it sits at the moment. Yep. So we've currently got 4 members from the academy who are from the Kimberley area, and obviously had Jason Carter drafted last year out of Wyndham. So there's that aspect, and then there's also the multicultural component where we've got currently six players registered to our academy who are multicultural. So yeah, enjoy it. Every day is a little bit different, and obviously also the programs around just promoting the game. The younger kids' participation, trying to get as many kids playing the game, and then there's the elite talent aspect as well, which I'm closely linked to. Yeah,
so much excitement around some of our Indigenous players through Fremantle's history in particular. Been amazing. We just mentioned obviously Kobe coming down with the Wizard. I mean, he was just off the hook. So there's a lot of talent out there. Tell us about Jason Carter.
Yeah, so Jason was obviously our first draftee from the academy, and a player who from Wyndham. Really a highly talented athlete. He's a really good runner. He's obviously can play football. So for Jason, it was around the expectation, the requirements that are required to be an AFL player, and giving him the blueprint to here's what AFL the pathway looks like, and here's the things you need to put in place to try and get there. And to his credit, he was a player who sort of gobbled that up. Every challenge you gave him, he responded and grew. So over the 12 months of my relationship with him, I just saw him improve each week. And in the end, he earned his pathway into the AFL system, and he's going really well. So that's a big tick for the program, we hope.
Yeah, it's absolutely exciting to think that we can unearth a whole lot of talent, as you said, that haven't had the opportunity to really make their way down to Perth maybe, and then got an AFL list or understand what it's all about. It's there's a lot of room to move here.
It is, yeah, and we hope it only grows the academy and the resourcing around it, so that we can do more programs and reach more kids and get out to the more remote areas as well. That's something that we're really looking to do. So it's in a good space at the moment. Some funding would be terrific, so we can continue to grow the program. So anyone watching out there, if you want to throw some dollars towards the academy, feel free.
Yeah, I'm happy to join it if there's a space there for me.
You're hard earned too, Shaun, you'll be fine.
Yeah, no worries. Write your check. You've recently been up the Kimberleys. Tell us what you did up there. And where you went.
Yeah, so we drove over 1,000 k's across the Kimberley. So we started up in Kununurra and actually sat down with Jason Carter's family, and was good to have dinner with them and talk about him and how well he's going. And then we went through the schools basically across the Kimberley. So we went to Wyndham, went to Warman, Frog Hollow, a little community where there's about 50 kids on the dirt oval, and just going mad playing footy, and they loved it. They were watching YouTube clips of us the night before, so they got to know who we were, Michael Johnson and myself, and NGA manager Darren Fry. So they were really excited. And to be honest, to see so much talent, but just how much enjoyment they had just playing footy on the dirt and getting tackled and getting up, and the love that they had for Fremantle coming and visiting was terrific, and probably our favourite little point of the trip. And then continued on through Halls Creek and to a carnival in Fitzroy Crossing in the sort of the middle of the Kimberley, where we had all the Clontarf academies come together and play a carnival there. So that was great to see some talent up there, and then ended up making our way through to Broome. So I actually camped with the Broome kids out at Tunnel Creek, just out of Tunnel Creek. So I didn't know much about Tunnel Creek, being a bit naive, and found out pretty quickly it's basically a big cave that you walk through, and there's parts of that where you sort of knee deep, waist deep in water, and didn't realise there was actually freshwater crocodiles throughout the creek. So I tried getting out of it, but I was already locked in. But yeah, saw a couple of crocs in as I waded through the water, which is something from a bit of a city kid, was a bit of a culture shock, but and a great experience. Kimberley's a beautiful place. The more I get there, the more I fall in love with it, and the more as a club we'd love to get in there and really support the kids coming through the pathways of schools to give great opportunity, because there's immense talent up there.
Yeah.
And obviously, selfishly from an academy point of view, we'd love to see some of those guys, play for Fremantle, but also see better opportunities for the kids up there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So you did mention earlier on you're up there with Jono, and no doubt he's having a good time. I just want to show you this clip just quickly, and this is one of the lovely girls who is introducing you earlier on.
We feel so lucky to have Johnson and Mzungu.
What was that one?
What's happening there, mate? They couldn't have been watching the YouTube clips too much if they couldn't get your name out right.
I thought I was going okay in the Kimberley, and I had a bit of a brand development. It turns out I probably need to get up there a little bit more and start mixing in with the kids. So yeah, that was it took a couple of goes to get that one right in the end, Shawnee.
Oh, that's great, mate. Oh, I reckon you're doing a fantastic job, as I know you are, and that must be so fulfilling. I reckon. I always think about people who are doing different jobs along the journey, but something as fulfilling as that would just be enormous.
It is. Kids, as you know, when you would put on the purple and whether it's you go to hospital or you go to school, there's that excitement and the joy that it does bring, and probably it's heightened, especially when you go out to the regional areas where they don't have the access to players that a lot of suburban kids do. So I love that, and also love obviously the talent component where you see guys developing and improving along the way, and really getting to know them on a personal level and seeing them graduating and playing good football. It's a diverse job, and I'm really fortunate to be able to do it.
Absolutely fantastic. Now, one other job that we haven't mentioned so far, and that's the job that you've been doing over the last few years, and that's being the runner, right? So you have to sit on the bench, cop a spray from the coach, and then deliver the message. How's it gone for you?
Yeah, it's my second year in, and first year was obviously a lot more messages because I was out there whenever I pleased, and at the moment it's after goals, so I've had to adjust my training program, so now I'm doing a bit more acceleration speed training just to make sure I can get those messages out as promptly as possible, and rather than the cardio training that I was doing last year. I wasn't really training.
How the hammies falling up then with the sprints?
A little bit sore, yeah, it's a little bit sore, but it's an interesting role. Still keeps me involved in football, which I love football and love being around the program, so it's keeps me connected to that. Test my memory at times when the messages pile up and the goal hasn't been scored for a while, and I've got to try and get 4 or 5 messages out there in quick time. But it is good, and Ross is, to his credit, adapted really well to the new rules. It's more power to the players in delivering the messages rather than relying on the runner. So it's working pretty well, enjoying it. Do travel a little bit as well, so it keeps things diverse again.
Hey, have you copped a spray from any of the opposition players?
No, I've been told to get off by the umpires a couple of times. Tell me to stop talking and get off. Not opposition. I try and stay in my lane a little bit because you don't want to be that pest runner who's chirping other players.
I'd imagine this is not a problem now, but when you first started running out there and you're back in the cauldron of it all, being the runner, you feel like you want to take a grab or tackle someone or have a kick? Instincts do tend to sometimes kick in. It's amazing when you're not trying to get the ball and you're trying to stay out the way, how many times you feel like the ball's in your area. So maybe I should have played more like a runner. When you can't get a kick, it's going nowhere near you. I just found myself in a heap of space. So a little bit first year. It was a bit weird trying to dodge traffic rather than sort of get involved. So, but yeah, now it's just there's no traffic around after a goal. Everyone's just cooked getting back to their position, so it's nice and easy. Well, Tendai, I love catching up with you. The NGA Academy is going amazingly, well led by you, and look forward to following you on the club's website to see where you're up to and what you're up to next. So I think it's a great initiative, and I know the AFL clubs are all doing it across the board, but it's just fantastic. This week, though, Derby 50. How do you feel about it, mate? Always confident. I think we're in a really good place. Unfortunately, the last 2 weeks we've been good for patches and we haven't quite sustained it over the 4 quarters, but I think overall we're in a really good place to have a good crack at it, and Derby 50 is a pretty
it's gone pretty quick, hasn't it? Since the early days when you were running around, Shawnee.
Yeah. 67 kilos.
67 kilos,
Don't mind.
ringing wet. I'm confident again, and I hope we can win. It'd be nice to get our season, sort of steady our season, and continue a charge towards the pointy end. But it should be a packed house, 55,000 screaming, mainly Dockers fans.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty exciting to be able to run out there and watch the boys perform.
Yeah, I look forward to it. And just lastly, we're talking about the 50 derbies. It can be, if you played in one or one you've seen before, what's one of your greatest derby moments?
Oh, derby moments. Well, if Ballas kicked that goal after the siren, that would have been a pretty special derby, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
He hit the post.
Hit the
He
post.
celebrated like he kicked it. What an idiot. Big Pav kicked 7 one day, and I think he kicked 6 or 7. He kicked a big bag and had the crowd sort of eating out of his palm of his hand by the end. I think he got a couple late, so I think we had a good win that day too. So
Yeah, you know what? I know Pav's going to pull you up in this, so I'll pull you up in this. He kicked 8 that day.
Did he?
6 or 7, you know, that will hurt him watching this.
I knew it was 8 too. Good on him. Well done, Pav. You bloody legend. 8 goals. What a star.
Yeah, well, Tendai, thank you once again for joining us, and good luck with the running this week. Good luck with the next crop of next generation academy talent. So much out there. Derby 50 is this Saturday night in front of our home crowd. Get there, everyone. Tickets are still available, by the way. This will be an absolute ripper. Hope to see you all there, and come on, the Mighty Purple.